let's watch with our recently our friend who recently looks like she is leaving esports. We can watch a TV interview with Nicole LePointe Jameson.
Talk to me about how you see your industry right now, the health of it.
Yes,
on Bloomberg.
one. Esports
It's
is at a really
Bloomberg.
interesting
All right, so
intersection
financial news,
right
okay.
now,
Yep.
as we've always been a digital product that bridges and straddles.
Oh, this is
sports
recent.
and
If people don't know, this is
but
actually
now
when
with
she already
more
knew she
eyes
was like stepping down, essentially, as far as I know.
on advanced technologies like AI and sports analytics and all the
Maybe I'm wrong on
derivatives
that.
of such, we're really seeing the professional.
I'll check on the date of this.
When does it say it was published?
2 months ago, yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was around that time then. I think she deleted the
As well
stuff
as the
around then.
awareness of esports as a product at a rate that hasn't been seen before. So the growth and headwinds that we're experiencing, especially post-pandemic, where gaming and esports events and live events in person are becoming more and more commonplace, it's an exciting time to be part of the community.
You know what's sad is she's
It's also
actually like quite a
interesting to talk
presentable
about the content
character.
side of this
Seems
story.
quite amiable in first glance. By the way, quite well spoken. Wasn't tripping over her words or saying "oh" all the time. That's why it's actually so sad to me that like any of these idiots have to do all this stupid shit. It's like, well, it's not about the gamer doc. It's like if you actually are someone with a real background in like physiotherapy, well, just come and be good at that. Like, why do you have to do any?
When you think about
weird
evil
shit,
geniuses, you think about YouTube or Twitch. A lot of what you're doing is going out there for free. So how are you going
This
to make
guy's such
some
a
money
nerd.
and
Right, listen to
take
this.
that free content
Let's see what the
and
answer
turn
is.
it into merchandising?
Yeah.
This is
or
the
other
material
ways of
question.
building
Yeah,
revenue?
there is no answer to it.
Yes,
Essentially,
this
let's
is
see what
the
she says.
existential rub of esports organizations like
Yes.
ourselves, where we are content machines, billions of minutes a year. Of
Ironically,
produced content,
dog shit
whether it's
YouTube channel that
in-game
gets for no
athletics,
fucking views, but okay.
competition moments to
It's a shame,
behind
innit,
the
there, love?
scenes social engagement, and we know we have the eyes and hearts of especially Gen Z and Gen.
Well, to be
Alpha
fair, I definitely
audiences.
have helped you
EG
get a
on
lot
its own
of
can
behind the
eclipse
scenes
over
social
20 million
engagement. I
views
have
on our,
actually, I played my
third-party
role in that.
platforms
You could say.
itself.
I was
How
the
we
senior
find and
director
face
of behind the
the
scenes
media rights ownership
social media
and
engagement for Evil
distribution that is
Geniuses.
not
The
as
problem is they didn't want
professionalized
that
as you
role.
see in traditional
So, tough shit,
sports,
innit?
bridging with that
Oh, I love
entertainment
this.
of, okay,
I love when they
there's
do
YouTube
what
and
I call
Twitch.
like the
Oh my
fucking the
God.
grift
Interesting right now
page.
is that we're
Like,
seeing
look at
that.
that. 180 plus championships, Monty. Right? They know when they say that you might actually think that's like winning, you know, like every Super Bowl ever in like NFL.
Right.
Even though I can guarantee you right now, when it says 180, that will include mad shit like online cops when games just begin. You know what I mean? Like some really old shit and like some like a StarCraft 2 cop online. It'll have every
like a
bollocks
weekly
thing
cup.
to sex that up. But the problem is when you see that, if you're a pleb guy, remember this is just going to be like general business people. You're going to think that means they're like the Yankees of fucking esports. I think, holy shit, 180 championships. Like that even hits if you're an idiot somehow. Oh, it's so sad.
And
What a
also
grift.
14 million plus
no way.
global followers.
I know.
What is that number? Because it's not
No way.
it's not Evil Geniuses social and YouTube channel and Twitch combined. It must be every player.
It'll
that
be
has
every
played
player,
for them.
their Twitch, their Twitter, their everything combined, all rolled up into one.
And you know what, Thorin? I actually think it might also be the leagues that they play in. So I think it might be like the LCS Twitch.
By the way,
the LCS Twitch followers and everything like that too.
By the way, this third one, I don't even need to see the evidence. 100%
That's not
bullshit.
true.
100% bullshit. There's no universe. Well, the joke is, if that was true, Monty, that 36% of their followers are women, then they must have an incredibly small following. Is the obvious fucking answer. Because if you had like remember they're saying they have like 14 million, Monty. Do the math. How many fucking million women are they claiming follow Evil Geniuses specifically? Like, we know that can't be right because the numbers are like female esports.
It'd be over 4 million, right?
That'd be crazy. Do that. But also, by the way, if you actually had like 4 million women follow you, do you know how many brands you'd have access to? You'd have like the greatest sponsorship package of all time. Think about how many people you'd be like sponsored by, like Dove for women and all. You'd be all over the place, mate. Everything.
No, that people would love that for sure. You would get very specific sponsors for that.
You'd be killing the game.
Linear media, whether it's movies and cinemas, in-person events, these moments where other people who are hungry for content for that audience are looking and creating new ways to bring in that gaming community, which has trickle-down effects on revenue. A very public example that just went out, right? XQC, a big gaming stream.
She's now citing XQC's $100 million contract as part of it. She's such a charlatan, dude. She's such a charlatan because she's bringing in irrelevant evidence to talk about esports. She is playing the game, which people who are uninformed play about esports, which is that they say that Ninja is esports. No, Ninja is a streamer. He used to be an esports player, just like XQC used to be. Ninja was a professional Halo player, and XQC was a professional Overwatch player. But what they're doing now has no bearing on the actual esports industry or the revenue that will be produced by Evil Genius.
To their money, but because they're making it sound Monty, like because someone pays XQC 100 million, that means that like people like her have access to potentially outside money. Whereas the joke there is it's even internal money, for fuck's sake. It's like the actual platform paying you.
Traditional sports athletes' rights to a team, and so if you continue to look at how brands are aware.
This is just, by the way, this is just word salad bingo.
This is word salad. This is buzzword salad.
Yeah, exactly. The competition and thus the media rights values will continue.
That's why I said
you make money
because she is doing a good job making it seem like she's cobbling it together, put all the buzzwords in, but it almost sounds like it makes sense.
It's meaningless.
64% aged 18 to 34. So take that demographic. Who are you competing with? Other players in the space or other forms of content?
Every possible form of entertainment.
Every possible form of entertainment.
I wouldn't say we're direct competitors of a Twitch or a YouTube because we leverage those platforms to engage and reach in our community.
By the way, logically, if you put your videos on YouTube, you now compete against every other video on YouTube. Like that just goes without saying. That's not even like I'm not sophistry there. It just makes sense.
You're also competing with Netflix and books.
And the game itself, dude. Like you play Legends or Counter-Strike, like it's a pretty compelling thing to do.
Competitors in the space of how is our content
and
thus our audience
even like what it says on the like reel at the bottom, where it's like seeking non-linear ways of expressing media, like it's all fucking word salad in it. Get me out.
Gaming is a staple of their culture, and
like basically, if they made an esports Clockwork Orange, this is what we would be tied down and forced to watch with our eyes cranked open, like until it seeps into your brain.
Gaming is a staple of
Holy,
their culture.
I have to listen to
so
this.
Compete against traditional sports and media, traditional pop culture, music and fashion. Gen Z has spoken, and gaming is a staple of their culture. And
that's true.
It's not esports.
Evergreen, understood moment.
Sadly, the ultimate
grift
in esports always is just conflate esports with general gaming.
Yes.
Nicole, how difficult is your day job right now? Think about the news in April about the roster changes. I think you guys have done a few rounds of layoffs this year as well.
Well, the player that this guy actually asked this question, though.
I mean, he's actually a good interview. He's asking the right questions.
Continuing from the sports
Let's hear what she says now,
model,
remember, she has literally fired tons of people, including most of the League of Legends team at this point in time.
Just like many other businesses in tech and advertising, the macroeconomic climate earlier this year was hard, as traditional sponsorship sales is much of our current revenue stream. It required us to be really judicious and
you lost your monster sponsorship
around what is valuable inventory, what is the valuable market rate of talent, and much of what we had to do was course correct to the macroeconomic market. The good news is, though, with these adjustments and reductions, we've also been able to find really good headwinds and really double down on what makes our brand differentiated and strong in this space.
Oh my God.
As you shared with the stats earlier, EG is a leader in gaming.
Holy shit. She actually, for real, Monty, pause a sec. She just said something like, essentially, we had to lay off people in the macroeconomic scenario. But good news, we're going to catch some headwinds and really double down on what makes EG, great or whatever. Like, what does it even mean? Holy shit. That doesn't mean anything. Holy
Remember that they don't have sponsors because their creator collective is an enormous failure where they don't actually have any viewership to sell. The sponsorship problem was created by EG because they don't have esports fans anymore. They ditched their Dota team and they never actually found a way to create content that people watched either on their official team esports channel or their creator collective. So they actually caused the problem by not being popular that caused their sponsorship and revenue to drop.
And those values and affinities, despite the macroeconomic sponsorship challenges, still resonate with advertisers and brands to engage with the Gen Z community.
What the
through
fuck?
Our platform and what we
it's
have.
all theoretical.
So
Your company doesn't do any of these
behind me to
things.
help us stay robust and continue through many technology and economic changes.
Oh
Nicole,
my God.
quickly,
This is word salad. Holy moly.
To your mind, that's going to put some energy back into esports.
Oh, energy. Let's get some energy going.
Sorry?
some energy, some momentum back into this industry.
Back into the industry. I would say there's so much energy in esports right now. When you look at TikTok, where 40 billion views of gaming-related content.
What does TikTok have to do with esports?
In-person arenas.
Bro, that is like she thinks she's talking to like senators and boomers now. Like, well, you know, there's a lot of energy. Have you never seen TikTok dances? Like,
I think what will continue to drive energy is more multi-generational audiences. This is
basically, Monty, no joke. If you boil down what she said, she essentially just said, because here's what she did. I'll give her credit for this, Monty, because she initially got caught by the question. She then decided to win the dynamic back over by flipping it on him and being like, wait a minute, bring it back. We've already got it, which wasn't a bad gambit, you know. But here's the problem. All she essentially said was like, have you ever seen TikTok?
Have you ever TikTok?
I know. Yeah, look, if you watch TikTok, there's loads of energy. People are having fun on there. Like, what?
Let's take a brief moment.
See more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, you know, be a pleb and don't.